magic in children's reading books, but great stories can introduce kids to giant characters, exciting adventures, and big dreams. Now, when I was younger, two of my favorite books were A Goodnight Moon and Love You Forever that my mom used to read to me. Now, what about you? Do you remember the magic of reading for you personally? Well, our next guest is helping students experience it firsthand. Garth Harries is the superintendent of schools in New Haven and is here to talk a little bit about some very exciting new initiatives. Garth, welcome back here to CT Style.
Great, Ryan. Good to see you.
Now, you're a father. Do you have a favorite children's reading book for your kids?
I do. I'm right back in the children's reading book stage. Our favorite right now, he's 8 months old. Crispin is Fish Tales. It's one of these cloth books. Nice, yeah. He likes to chew on it, you know,
okay.
but we try and make sure he knows where the cover is. We read it to him.
You don't know, right? You don't chew on it.
Well, you know, sometimes.
Once in a while. I figured, Garth. I figured as much. Now, this is exciting because New Haven Schools, you guys have this brand new initiative out. Tell us all about it. How's it getting kids excited about reading?
Yeah, so, I mean, we're clear that one of the key things that happens in education is kids learning to read, right? And I like to joke, when I went to law school, I was still learning to read, right? I mean, I knew what the words were, but you got to learn to think.
Sure.
But that starts at a really young age. And so we're committed to making sure kids are ready to read by the end of first grade, right? And then reading by third grade, and then grade level reading throughout.
Yeah. Well, it's a never-ending process, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
So how about for kids who may not be the best readers? I was certainly one of them, and still am. Can hardly read a teleprompter some days, it feels like.
So, you know, the most important thing is to make sure kids don't fall behind, right? And that's about early grade. We want to make sure that we've got developmentally appropriate instruction. The kids are learning to love to read. And the best way to do that is, Ryan, you remember your books, is reading. Yeah. So there's lots of reading in our curriculum. All of our schools, and we know this, and we're headed into the magnet school season, right? Our schools all have different themes, but they all have core literature that they're introducing to kids, and they all have lots of time for kids to read things that are interesting to them. So we want to make sure they're started right, not falling behind. That's about being ready to read by the end of first grade.
Sure.
And we track each student, particularly in those early grades, to make sure that if they start to fall behind a little, we're correcting them early. Because that's the key. It's like, you know, if you're catching reading problems early, then it's much easier later on.
To help them down the road. Well, it's great work that you're doing, and it's wonderful that you have this new initiative. Also, World Read Aloud Day is February 24th. And so how are you guys going to be involved with that, World Read Aloud Day?
Yeah, I mean, again, reading, some people think of school as a chore, reading as a joy. And so World Read Aloud Day is about the ways that reading can help us promote world peace, can really sort of connect the community. So New Haven Public Schools will be participating. All of our kids will be participating in Read Aloud Day in their different schools across the district.
That's wonderful. You guys can head on over to New Haven Public Schools. All you got to do is head on over to nhps.net for a little bit more information on how you can get involved. I mean, feel free. I'll take an invite so I can learn to read a little bit more by the students, because I need help myself. So if I could stop by, feel free to shoot over an invite.
If you promise to give them a hug. The students need the love too, so, you know, and I know you can do that, Ryan.
We will give them the love, Garth. News 8, along with ABC and Disney, are also offering another way to share the magic of books through a friendly competition between all 50 states. You can vote for Connecticut to receive 100,000 books by heading to firstbook.org/vote, and if our state wins, then all these books are going to go around to people in need. So very, very nice. Garth, thank you again for joining us here today on CT Style.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Ryan.
Always great to have you as a guest. Now don't go away, because coming up next, lifestyle expert Bianca Jade is